Hello friends, welcome to our channel Creating Essence. I am Megan. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Today we are taking part in a collaboration that was organized by the amazing Jay from the channel Farmer Jay. The collaboration is a project to create a whole playlist of how to make raised beds. There are so many ways, so many methods, and everybody kind of does their own thing. So Jay came up with the idea of making one huge master list of a ton of different methods for making raised beds. So here's how we do ours. I am working on a little project to turn the whole front yard into a grid of raised beds. We live pretty suburban, and this road gets quite a bit of traffic, so the kids are not allowed to play up here. So instead of wasting the space, we are turning it into beautiful garden space. Every year we add a couple more raised beds, sometimes 4 if I get a wild hair about something extra. And we follow the Back to Eden practices for gardening, both in the earth garden and in raised beds.
And for clothing.
And for clothing?
Yeah.
You are remarkably overdressed.
Well, you know, camera.
Now that we've cut the 4 planks down into 4 8-foot pieces and 4 4-foot pieces, we're going to assemble them into 2 raised beds with 8-foot sides and 4-foot ends. We use 3-inch screws, and we usually put in 2 to each portion. When we're making beds like this, we make sure that sides are overlapping opposites. So down here, we have the side on the outside, and then down there is the opposite. On this end, the end is on the outside, and the side is on the outside. If we didn't pay attention to how those things were placed, it would kind of be an odd shaped, not so rectangle. So we measured 52 inches from the corner of that bed to here and put in a stick, and we did the same thing on the other end. So we can line up the corners on this new bed perfectly. We've measured, and that is how much distance we need to get the lawnmower through perfectly. Now that we have the bed in place, we have brown cardboard and paper bags that we have taken any colored labels or tape off of, and we're going to lay them in the bottom of the bed. Traditionally, Back to Eden garden method is newspaper, but we have a lot more access to brown cardboard and have found it works really well for us this way. Once we've completely covered the inside of the raised bed with brown paper and cardboard, we're going to soak it down with water. Earthworms are really drawn to cardboard, so they are going to be really attracted to this raised bed, which is perfect because as the cardboard breaks down, the worms are going to just go right up into the soil and start feeding the roots of the plants. The next thing we're going to incorporate is peat moss. It's not traditional in Back to Eden style methods, but I really like doing this in our raised beds that don't have the landscape fabric in the bottom of the bed, because sometimes while that cardboard is breaking down, things can get a little bit sludgy. The peat moss makes sure that the roots of the plants, as they're growing, this first year while the cardboard is still breaking down, have plenty of air circulation and things aren't getting compacted and rotted in there. While she's soaking down the cardboard for that bed, I'm gonna start getting the soil into this bed. Now the last step we're going to do, since we've put the organic raised bed soil or compost into the bed, is top it with wood chips, and then it's all ready to plant in. And now our raised bed is ready for planting. Every year we'll put another layer of something like grass clippings or just straight compost down and then top it with wood chips. And it will continue to create more and more layers of really healthy, rich soil for the garden to grow into. And if they're deeper things, they can go into the soil underneath. Many worms, yes. The cardboard underneath is going to kill off the grass that we put it on top of, while also attracting the earthworms. So it's beneficial in two ways.